G'day and welcome back for another fountain pen review with the Eccentric Electrician. Today I'll be reviewing another affordable pen. Today it's quite a large pen, it's the Jinhao 650. I bought this pen primarily because it had the abalone inlay, or mother of pearl inlay, and I wanted to see what it was like. Obviously most pens that have this inlay are called Raden pens. And they're normally very expensive. This one was a lot cheaper. I think it was like $14, $15, including delivery. And so yeah, we'll do a bit of a review of it. On this end, you've just got a gold circle for the finial. It's quite a large pen there. Comes down, you've got quite a broad clip with a bit of a shield design. Inside the shield, looks like a chariot racer inside there. Then you come down, the clip is really tight. Yeah, it works okay, you know, you're not going to get the best sort of clips in that with a cheap pen like this made in China. You got a gold circle around the bottom of the cap here. This is Jinhao. Then you go to the barrel, and this is why I bought this pen. You've got an inlay of coloured abalone and mother of pearl. It's quite a large barrel. Then it does a bit of a tapered design and goes to a end that is quite narrower with nothing on it, and that's so you can post the pen. It's a push-pull clip cap. It uses a standard Jinhao converter and nib, which you can change out for a Goulet or any other size 6 nib. The barrel has a little gold end on there because it's quite a smooth plastic, so it stops your fingers from rolling off. There's quite a large decrease from the barrel to the grip there, if you can see that. It steps down, and steps down. That can be a little annoying when writing, depending on where you like to hold it. If you like to hold your pen further up the barrel, you're probably not going to be able to, because if you hold it right up the barrel, it's way too big of a pen to be holding there. So you're really restricted on where you can hold your pen. It does post quite securely, but it becomes incredibly top heavy when you do that. So I'm not even holding the pen there, and it's probably tipping back towards the cap. So it's quite a large pen and a very heavy pen. You unscrew it, and it uses a standard Jinhao converter. You couldn't convert this to an eyedropper. It's metal inside here. It's all metal here. Yeah, it wouldn't be recommended. This is a very fat and a very heavy pen. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone that's got small hands, but if you like a really heavy pen and you could hold something that's a little bit more girthier, yeah, you can go for it. It's a cheap enough pen, you know, what's the worst that's going to happen? It looks quite nice, and I like the abalone. In the sunlight it shines off really well, but it would all be machine cut and machine laid. Wouldn't be anything really special about it. I'll give you some dimensions. Capped, it's 144 millimeters. Uncapped, it's 123. Posted, it goes up to a pretty big 169 millimeters, which is just too big for me to use properly. It's at the smaller section of the grip, it's 10.5 millimeters. The barrel's a pretty massive 15 millimeters. The weight with the cap is 64 grams, so that's huge. That is a very, very heavy pen, mainly because I believe this barrel's all metal, all the cap's all metal, and they have a big chunk of metal in the end of the cap. Even without the cap, the pen, just as that is, still weighs 36 grams. So that's still more than the most of my entire collection weighs with the cap. It's a very heavy, very girthy pen. So if you like that, it'd probably be a recommended buy. But I think this is going to be for a very restricted market. Not everyone's going to want one. But, you know, it's there if you want it, and it is honestly the cheapest abalone pen or inlay pen you're going to get. So I'll do a writing sample, but yeah, this isn't one of my favourite pens. I only bought it to try it. So thanks for watching. Okay, so this is the writing sample for the Jinhao 650. See if I can get this closed in. So you can see the mother of pearl there, the white colour, and then the abalone there. It's quite nice, it looks alright. But like I said, I'm not a big fan of this pen just purely because the rest of it seems like such a cheap pen. They could have done so much more with this. There's the Jinhao nib. I'm not sure how much ink I've got left in this one, so we'll give it a writing sample and see how it goes. It's a Jinhao 650. It comes with their standard, what I would call a slightly broad medium nib. The ink is Herbin Stormy Grey. It writes quite well. The nib on this one's quite wet, but you know, these nibs tend to be up and down and left and right, have issues, have no issues. So if you bought one, I'd probably also recommend getting, say, a Goulet nib or another size 6 nib and changing it out, seeing if it writes any better if you have troubles. But to be honest, I haven't, this specific Jinhao, I haven't had too many issues. There's a little bit of dry running there and there, but that could be this type of ink, because the Stormy Grey does have particles in it. This one's fairly wet. As you can see, line variation. You get a little bit out of these Jinhao nibs, I think purely because they're a cheaper steel. There you go. Nothing really wrong with the writing or the feel on this one. It's quite smooth. Can't really complain about it for the price. Like I said, there's a little bit of skipping if I go too quick. But again, that could be this ink. Writing wise, I can't really complain about it. It's just purely that the pen itself just feels a bit cheap and nasty. I do like the abalone and the mother of pearl, but that's just part of it, I guess. So if you like a bigger, heavy pen, you'll probably enjoy this one. For me, it's just too heavy and too fat to really use properly. But yeah, each to their own. So I hope that's helped, and thank you for watching.